Hi all, welcome you all to the lecture video session on project scheduling. What is project scheduling? We have identified the project, we have identified the process flow, we have identified the best of the idea that can take up and then as a project which is going to give the maximum benefits both socially and financially. Now the project scheduling has to be done. And what is project scheduling? Project schedule is a tool. It communicates with respect to the works that is to be performed, and then work has to be performed within the time frame. So it uses the resources of the organization, and we have to give the time frame for the scheduling. So once the project is fixed and then the project manager is allocated, project scheduling has to be done in order to understand what are the works that need to be performed. So what are the steps that are included in the scheduling of the project? First one is to define the activities. Second one is we have to do estimates. Third one is we have to determine the interdependency of the different teams, that is determine the dependencies, maybe on the external like a semi-finished product to the finished product, or it could be the external agency also. Fourth one is to assign the resources. These are the four different steps that are included in the project scheduling. When we think about defining of the activities, what is how to schedule a project? First of all, how to schedule a project is that project scheduling occurs during the planning phase of the project. That is after the initiation, the planning phase will come. So in the planning phase, the scheduling of the project will happen. So during this project, some of the questions need to be asked. So the questions the typical questions that need to be asked are: what needs to be done, and when will it to be done? And the third question is that who will do it? So these three questions are to be answered in order to take it ahead. During the planned set, the duration, the milestones, and then the resources have to be set. So the steps that are included in the scheduling of the project is define activities, do estimates, determine dependencies, and then assign the resources. In the first set of activity, that's the first step, defining the activities. In this, what are the activities what are the activities that is to be done in the project? So by using the work breakdown analysis of the structure, WBS we call it as work breakdown structure, and the deliverables diagram, we can begin to take up these activities, and we can define these activities and organize them by mapping the tasks that are necessary to complete them in order to make them some sense, which makes sense. So first one, we have to use the WBS, that is the work based structure, and then we have to define the activities. After that, we have to do the estimates. Now the activities are already defined, and then the breakdown into the activities have been breakdown into the tasks, and then the next step is to determine the time that is required and the effort that is to be made, effort that it will take to complete the task. Now this is an essential like a piece of equation, and this is in order to calculate the correct schedule. So the estimates have to be done at this particular phase. Now we need to find out the dependencies on each other. That is, the task can be interrelated tasks, or tasks can come in the sequence. So there will be dependencies of the task. Tasks are not they are not going to be an island. They are interdependent on each other. So there will be a start, and then followed by the next set of activity. Until the other is completed, it is not possible for the next team to start their activity. This is called as the task dependency, or the schedule is going to have to reflect, the schedule has to reflect this linked task. So how do we do it? Is that one way of doing this is to putting a bit of the slack in the schedule to accommodate the related slacks. So there should be a slack time. And the fourth one is to assign the resources. The last step of scheduling the project is to assign the resources for the planned activities. So when the schedule is already decided, the resources have to go with the skill set, and they have to go they have to be allocated to it, who need to do the desired task, and then assemble a team, and then their time will need to be scheduled into just to execute that particular task. So these are the different steps in the project scheduling. Now comes the capital building. Capital building So the capital budgeting is a formal process that is used for evaluating the potential expenditures or investments that are very significant in amount. That means to say that the capital budgeting is a company's, every company will be doing the capital building and then the capital budgeting. It also involves the decision making to invest the current funds, available funds, and also there could be the addition funds that is drawn as a loan from the bank, or it could be at the disposition, and then or it could be for the modification or replacement of the machineries or the fixed assets like land and building, infrastructure development, all this. So most of the companies are able to do they go with the new equipments, rebuilding or replacing the existing machineries, and investment in the R&D projects are a must. So the capital building would definitely happen, and it is a formal process. Once the capital building has to happen, then capital budgeting is going to work as a tool for maximizing the company's future profits and then the projections, and they are able to manage a very limited number of large projects at any one point of time. Too much of deviation in the capital budgeting will hamper the work growth. So minimum number of projects will be projected per year, so that the capital budgeting will be a continuous flow for the to complete the projects. So what are the different stages of the capital budgeting process? Capital budgeting process involves the different stages, like 5 different stages. The first one is the project identification and generation. Second, project screening and evaluation. Project selection. Fourth one is the implementation, and the fifth one is the performance review. In the project identification and generation, the first step towards the capital budgeting is the project identification and generation, and this goes with the proposal for the investments. There could be various reasons for taking up one particular investment in the business. As I mentioned, it could be an expansion, or it could be the modernization, or it could be a new project. So the project identification and the generation of the capital budget will be done under this stage, and there it could be a proposal either to increase the production or to reduce the cost of the output. Next one is the project screening and evaluation. This step mainly involves all correct criteria to judge the desirability of the proposal. That means this has to match the objective of the project and objective of the firm, and to maximize the market value. So the time value, the tool is going to be the time value of the money, and that comes very handy in selecting and screening the project, and also evaluating the project. The estimation of the time and then the benefits and the cost need to be done, so that it will give the lifetime of the project in the market, and also the total cash inflow and outflow, along with the risks that are associated in launching the project, will also be made here, so that this is going to give the proper analysis, thorough analysis of the market response, as well as approximate provisioning has to be done for the same project. So evaluation of the project, both the inflow and the outflow of the funds, and as well as the market response, will be done here and in this stage. Project selection is the third phase, that is the third process in the capital budgeting process, and there is no much defined method to see what is the best project, but still, depending on the strength and the weakness, the project will be selected here, and raising of the funds will be done here, and then the acquiring of the once the proposal has been finalized, the finance team will be pitched in, and then there will be the alternate resources have been allocated for this new project, and there could be the acquiring funds could be explored. The possibility of acquiring the new funds will also be tried out, and then it will be explored by the finance team, and this is called as preparing the capital budget for the new project, and the average cost of the funds, it has to be reduced for this particular project, and then the finance approvals are based on the profitability, economics, and economical constituents, and then the economics, and then the viability, and then the market conditions. So after this third stage of the project selection, implementation will come. Money is spent, and then the implementation will start, and then the time value of the money is also calculated. Different responsibilities like implementation of the project within the required time period, and then the reduction of the costs are also allowed in this process. And the most important thing is that the monitoring of the project would happen, and then the management will take up the task of monitoring and then containing the implementation of the proposals, and then it goes for the performance review. Performance review will go with respect to the inputs that has been supplied, and then the time that has taken in order to execute the project, the deviations from the planning, and then the final stage of capital budgeting involves a comparison of actual results from the standard ones. The unfavorable results, like there could be inflation in the market, there could be the demand may suddenly go down, and then all these will be taken into account, and then removing the various difficulties that the project might incur at the time of implementation stage will help in the future selection of the projects and also the execution of the proposals. So the proper documentation will be done to the variance that has incurred in the project, and then the performance review will be performed by the management. And the next one is the significant, we need to discuss about generating investment project proposal depending on the various type of decisions, accept reject decision, and then the mutually inclusive choice decision, and also the capital rationing decision. All this like all this will be the way that how the investment will be generated for a proposal which is a potential proposal. Thank you everyone. In the next lecture video we will discuss about the project report and the various aspects of the project report. Thank you.